Hey guys, yes, I need to wear the glasses to be able to see myself on the screen now. Um, so what I wanted to do with this quickly is talk pretty much about the belief systems around exercise. There's been a couple of comments thrown around nutrition lately and a bit about exercise and stuff for some of you, and I thought, well, it's a good time to put this together. And essentially, some people have thoughts, so let's call them belief systems. There's belief systems around certain types of exercise that are going to do certain things to you or not. So it's a case of, is it the belief system that's right or the science is right? And you look at belief systems, you get cultural belief systems, you get ethnic belief systems, you get clan, tribal belief systems, you get religious belief systems, you get belief systems revolving around how people feel that the Australian cricket team are the best sledgers in the world, and no one's going to argue with that because it's pretty much everyone's belief system. You get things like that. The world is flat versus the world is round. That was a very big determining change in a belief system. Belief systems do change. That's the other thing, and obviously science influences that, and cultures within each other, within a culture will influence that, etc. as well. One thing that has always sort of stuck out in my mind is that people obviously we read things, and what we sort of thought within the gym industry in the 80s and stuff like that was just gym industry beliefs, whereas sports science and exercise science play a much bigger role now in what many, but not the majority, do around exercise, prescription, program design, etc. And unfortunately, it's not in the mainstream belief system yet, because the belief system still revolves around what Cosmo says, or this 5-day workout will strip your abs, or blah, blah, blah. So what I wanted to do is just bring home a little bit of truth around, say, exercise science and a belief system in exercise science, that it's not even a belief system, it's pure science. There's no one's been able to ever prove this wrong. It's chemistry related. You have type 1 muscle fiber, you have type 2 muscle fiber. They have different functions within the body, and when we work at a lower rep and a higher level of weight, it's a central nervous system response. And when it's at a higher rep and a lower weight, it becomes more of a metabolic or cellular response to the body. That's a belief system. I've spoken about that, and sorry, that's a fact. And the thing that needs to sort of work with people is to understand that is a belief system that is going to have to be driven by science. It can't be manipulated, it can't be changed, it can't be running on some trend on Instagram or social media or something like that. It is just as it is. And guys, I've attached a chart with this email. You're probably not going to understand all of it. You might understand one or two of the blocks out of it, but there's things like there where they talk about tonic muscles and phasic muscles as an example. And tonic, however much you'll see, there's things like 3 to 5 minutes of time under tension, versus you get down to the phasics and you get down to the power speed sections, and we're talking about 10 to 20 second type responses before fatigue sets in. So that gives you an idea. That is like not negotiable. That is just what it is. And someone who tells you can lift 100% max for a minute is just pretty much dumb, pretty fucking dumb. Okay, so keep these things in mind. Like a lot of you, we work on this with the board, but the guys in their own programs, you guys will be working a lot more in those first, that sort of top tier, 2 tiers of this chart. If you have a look at it, where you're looking at a lot of the tonic and postural type responses for core and posture and stabilizer systems. And then the next one down, which is more that strength endurance, that's crossing back into the lactic and oxygen-based system. So guys, hopefully that has some sort of influence or input for you to understand a bit more that when we're doing exercise, and particularly with me, that is how the programs are designed. That is how the exercises are selected. There's not necessarily any wrong exercise. There's always a right exercise for the right person at the right time. And it's the same with nutrition. There's nutrition beliefs or belief systems as well. And not to say, borrowing my thoughts on veganism and how I find that ethically incorrect, there's not to say that there's the right perfectly diet for everyone either. Again, probably or possibly different types of diets fit at different times in different people's lives. But buying into one wholeheartedly was a question whether it's a belief system or a cult that we are buying into. So hopefully, guys, my small description of beating the gods that be around popularism and sticking to science have had some sort of truth. Thanks, crew. Bye.